welcome back, and thank you to Dave for taking us through until this point. I am going to be with you right the way through until 9 o'clock this evening, and we've got some amazing shows to share with you. Lots coming up, some amazing products to share with you. Things that are brand new to me, they may well be brand new to you guys as well, and lots of different styles. We've got stamps, we've got dies, we've got art equipment, all sorts. So, shall I show you what we've got coming up before we throw ourselves into this hour? Well, this hour, lovely Amanda's here. We're looking at honeydew crafts again. You may well have caught up with Amanda earlier on. Well, we've got more of fabulous things to share with you, and lots of them, so do jump ahead and have a little look. There's all sorts of things on the website as well, so just go and have a little look. Go and have a little look. Oh, Sue Smith, did you see her show earlier on? Well, it doesn't matter whether you did or didn't, because we're doing something different at 6 o'clock. Certainly do go back and watch her previous show, but not until we say goodnight to you, because we've got lots to share with you from 6 through to 7. Then lovely Laura's back. We've got Carnation Crafts, a beautiful collection that I know you've been loving already. And talking about a beautiful collection, did you just catch that show with our lovely Heidi? Oh, I want everything. I want it all. And we've got a lovely Christmas collection, and we've got crackers and Christmas jokes and all sorts of wonderful things in that hour. So promised you variety, promised you some amazing things, and there you go. That is your proof. More proof here that we've got amazing in the studio. Ta-da! Look who's here. Hello, my lovely.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very, very well.
Good.
And I've been thumbing through everything that we've got
here.
here.
I know, we've got so much. It was chaos earlier.
That's okay. Well, hopefully, and I'm making no guarantees, hopefully we'll get everything covered. So we're going to kick things off with kind of like a selection of stamps. Now, Honeydew bring us stamps, bring us stencils, and bring dies, don't we? So we're kind of putting things into sections, starting off with what I think is going to be an incredibly useful stamp to have in your collection.
It really is, because there's no sentiment with it, so you can use it for any occasion. I don't often put sentiments with many of my stamps, because otherwise if I put a happy birthday, you're only going to use it for birthdays.
True,
very true. But this one is really, really versatile. You can put anything in there.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, you can see here we've got a Happy Christmas, and they kind of give a nod to poinsettias, I suppose, but equally so, using it other times of year, it could be that you're changing the colours out, turn them almost into forget-me-nots and things like that.
You can do absolutely anything. It's a really, really, really versatile.
And I love that open space. There's plenty of open space there, isn't there? I mean, doesn't it look different depending on the colours that you apply to it?
It's completely different. And just by changing up the colour completely changes the look.
Absolutely. So there you go. If you like the idea of getting hold of that one. £9.99. Absolute bargain in my book, and proving to be very, very popular. Incidentally, you can jump ahead and have a little look on the website if you choose to do so. So if I'm taking too long to get to one of your favourites, which can happen, then do shop ahead.
Today, easily.
Now, another gorgeous floral. There's a lot on this stamp place.
There is a lot on that. Having just said I don't always put sentiments on mine, but they're all different sentiments on there, and you can use it in so many different ways and for so many different occasions.
This is it. You can mix it up, turn it round, do all sorts with it. This is a nice. I like this top and tails.
You can make a full frame out of it, couldn't you?
But beautiful colour in that one. But what about if you strip the colour back? What an elegant look.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Really, so really clever. And also as well, we've got some fabulous stencils on the show, which are a perfect backdrop.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect. Oh, that's ever moved on. I've moved on.
You have.
I gave you a sneaky peek. So there you go. If you like the idea of getting hold of this particular one, you're getting a lot of stampage for your £9.99, if you will. So do, by all means, pop that one into your basket. Gave you a sneaky peek, didn't I, of the next one? So this one, I like this because it's kind of got your florals, but it's also got a bit of geometric in there.
It is, yeah. This one's our Mystical Bouquet. And it is probably one of our most popular ever stamps.
Good size stamp.
Always selling out. And every time I bring it on, I always get emails saying, I missed out, when's it coming back?
I'm not surprised.
So those of you that watched our show earlier, this was the card that we lost half of it during the demo. I couldn't find where I'd put it.
Oh, was it? Oh, bless you.
We found it in amongst all the samples that I hadn't done yet.
Oh, bless you.
So, yeah, we did manage to find that missing. I think quite a few people got invested in that earlier. They were like, is it under this? Have you tried this? Is it over there?
I love that. Everybody coming up with a suggestion. My suggestion is it's always the last place you look.
Yes.
There you go. That's a lot of help, isn't it? This one, incidentally, if you did miss out on it previously, you might like to know that you've got less than 20 chances to get hold of it this time. And you can see teaming it up with loads and loads of different stencils, different colours. Yeah, there's loads of different opportunities. I can tell that this one's been a popular one because we've got a lot of samples.
I think this is probably the third or fourth time we bought
Oh,
it back,
is
and it sells
it?
out every time.
Oh, I love it. I'm running out of desk space. I've started planning it in my head, but I haven't really thought about where I'm going after I get to the end of it. So it could get interesting. Now, I am a big fan of a hexagon.
Oh, you can't go wrong. A little
Look
bit of a
at
nod to
this.
some quilting, maybe.
Absolutely. And I love this kind of layered effect that you've got as well.
It's really, really, really effective. And this one is lovely. If it's a great little card to just, little stamp to use to just send a little thank you or a thinking of you, or just, and there's no right or wrong way.
Well, this is it.
There's no right or wrong
Goes
way
in
to
whichever
use it.
direction you're wanting it to. And you might look at it and think, well, okay, it's not the biggest of stamps, but that's a big card, and it sits very proud there.
Yeah,
Equally,
it's a really useful one, this one.
equally so. You can see it can sit quite neatly on a smaller project as well. So there you go. If you like the idea of getting hold of that one, you can do with the details that are on your screen. Lots of sentiments featuring on that one as well, so a very useful one to have within your stash. Now, the next one, we're going kind of like a nod to that beaded effect that we saw earlier on.
Definitely. So this one is our Cosmic
pretty.
Floral. Again, a really, really popular set of stamps for us.
Isn't that gorgeous?
It's a slightly bigger version
Okay.
of, I say bigger version, it's still a 6x4
Yeah, I was
stamp,
going to say it's a big stamp.
but it's slightly wider than the one that you just saw.
Oh, I
So
see.
you can
Right.
fill up more space. If you're scared of that white space, you can fill it up a little bit more.
Sometimes that's quite a clever way of doing it. I like this where it's set in an oval.
Yeah, it's really pretty, isn't it? And then the stencil that's behind it is also on the show. So
Ah, okay. And that's gone through a die
Die-cut
cutting
machine,
machine.
yeah.
Very effective. We'll get onto those stencils a little bit later on, but £9.99 if you like the idea of getting hold of that one. Leave those details with you. Next one we've got more kind of sweeps of florals, shall we say, with this one, which is a very pretty one. This is going to be a lovely one for you to add your own colour to as well. And again, it's one that can be in different areas, different ways. Inking up just part of it as well, I guess, with that one. Loads of lovely sentiments in there as well. And this one, very, very versatile, but only single figures available now. So, yeah, don't leave it too long. This is a nice one where you've kind of got the trio.
it really is pretty, isn't it? And the different shades to
Oh,
go
they put it
through
upside down. There you go. That's
The different shades going through there. I think it's really effective. I think Hazel did that one, and it's
very
really,
nice.
really
And it's
lovely.
still got that open space for your sentiments, which...
And don't be scared of white space on your cards. It really, these stamps all lend themselves to have white space.
Absolutely. £9.99 if you like the look of that one. I'm going to leave those details with you. Incidentally, just because I'm moving on doesn't mean that they're no longer available. We've just got a fair few to go through, so we're going through them as quick as we can. And we will get to a demo, so don't worry. We will get to a demo. I'm not going to steal the demo time away from you. This is a pretty one.
Social Butterfly, again, really, really popular, and that's the first demo tonight.
Oh, is it?
It's-
Oh, I just
hopefully.
love that. Love that phrase as well.
And you can use it with so many different for so many different occasions as well.
Yes. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that because you kind of got the strength from one half and that kind of fluttering
Yeah.
from the other, which is beautiful. Like this with a mixed media background,
Oh,
that's
yes.
very good.
Yeah, it's really effective.
Very effective. And it's one that's going to lend itself to loads and loads of different scenarios. I mean, lots of colour with that one. Next one, I think, is a really clever one because you're kind of stamping in black and just highlighting.
Yeah, that's all.
That's nice,
All
isn't
it
it?
takes. The stamp does all the work for you on that one.
Very clever. And also as well, did you notice some of those earlier ones where only half of the stamp has been used? So kind of mid-flight, I think that's a
Yeah.
clever way of using it as well.
It's a really, really, really handy stamp to have in your arsenal.
Absolutely. And you've got a lot in there. It's a big stamp to start with, but then all the area you filled in with other
Yeah,
stamps. So, yeah,
definitely.
giving us value for
We
money.
do like value for money at Honeydew.
Oh, I love a bit of value for money. So there you go. I'm going to start over here now because I've
Okay, you've
run out
run
of
out of
space
space.
over that side. Now, wow, this is a big set. Look at all of that.
No, it is a big stamp. Again, still fits on a 6x6 card, so it's still a safe bet, so to speak. But I said earlier, this would make, if you've got quite a contemporary wedding, it would make a really nice wedding invitation. And then the smaller stamp you could carry through to your order of service, and you
That's
can
a nice
carry it through to
idea,
your
yes.
table placing
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Very elegant style, that one,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, and also almost like a white-on-white look would
Oh,
look
it'd be lovely.
incredible with it. Very pretty. But saying that, plenty of space there for you to add your colours as well. So if you like honing those colouring in skills, then it's a lovely one to do so with. So there you go. If you fancy the idea of that one, $14.99. A lot of stamps on that one. Just a couple more to share with you, and then we're going to head over to demo. So this one, number 9, in our running order. This
mad,
is
isn't
pretty.
It is a really,
Like a
really
little
pretty
flower
card.
garden.
It is. You've got a lot of information on that stamp, but it is really effective. And you can. There's a couple of samples in there. One that's just used with red in black with a bit of pink on it.
Oh, that'll be this
And then
one.
there's one that's got lots of colour on it. That's the one.
That's gorgeous.
And then you've got one that's got loads of colour on it. So
Yeah.
and you've used it there as an A5 card. You can use it as a 6 by 6.
that. Yeah.
And that
That's
the
certain
little piece
areas.
there is only about 4 inches, I think.
So that's kind of, yeah, because that's that bit at the top there, isn't it? I started thinking I'd picked up the wrong card then. But see, this is pretty as well. This is a clever use of it, where you've kind of elongated it as
and
well.
all that is just a little bit of blending at the back and just stamped onto a piece
Very
of card.
pretty. And again, portrait or landscape makes no difference. You're going to be able to use that one.
Make a really nice ornate frame all the way around.
It
doesn't
does, yeah. And I love that kind of spot colour that you've got
Yeah.
in there as well with the little gems.
Really
Beautiful.
works.
Now, last one that I'm going to share with you before we head over and see that social butterfly in action, and that is this one that we've got here, which is lovely. This is one, I think if you get yourself a good floral stamp or a collection of good floral stamps, you just go back to them time and
You
time
do.
again, don't you?
You do, definitely. Because they fit pretty much every occasion. So I always say to myself, laugh at myself, because my stamps are very floral and very traditional, as Dave pointed out earlier, and my stencils are quite quirky and a bit
Okay.
off the wall sometimes. And I think the stamps are very female orientated, but I
Okay.
always, when I'm doing my stencils, think, what can I do with a man's card?
How funny is that, the way that kind of our brains are wired? But, oh, today's throwing them around. But there you go. I think they're gorgeous, whether you're sending cards to kind of guys or girls, to be fair. Beautiful. Now, I've got more to share with you, but not on the kind of stamp department, if you will. So, is it okay if I hand over to you
Of
now,
course it is,
London? I'll
of
get
course it
myself
is.
ready for instalment two.
Right, so I don't know where my overhead goes, but just to let you know, I think we're about right here. I have run this through a die cut machine. I've mentioned earlier, and I've just done it so that we're already through, so that you don't watch me run that all the way through. But it's just a standard die cut Sizex machine with a piece of silicone behind it, and it gives us a raised finish, which is a really effective way of like getting a quilted look without actually having to physically quilt it. So I'm then going to take that stencil, and obviously I have remembered where my one that I did earlier is, because with this one I would trim off a bit round the edge, but just so that you get the idea of what we're doing with this, we're just taking, we've got Kitsch Flamingo here, and we're just going to lightly rub that over the stamp, over the stencil that's been run through the die cut machine, and I'm not going to do the whole thing, just so that you can get the idea.
Perfect.
And if I lift that off, you can, I don't know.
Oh,
if you can
wow.
pick it up.
Gosh, that's
really shows that
effective.
really raised look to it. Because the slightly more raised sections around the edge pick it up as well, it really does give you that really nice vibe to it. So that's a really effective way. So every stencil that you own can now become an embossing folder, which is a really nice thing to have. So once you've done that, hopefully you will end up with something along these lines. And along these lines means I've trimmed around the edge just to get rid of, let me grab this. I haven't gone to the edge, I don't think, but if you can see here, we have an edge around there, and I wanted that edge to stay in there because it helps with the going through the embossing folder, through the die cut machine to make it the embossing folder, but I don't want that on my finished white piece. So I've removed that. We're just going to stick that down because I'm very much, I said earlier, get rid of the extra pieces, and then it's less to lose on your desk, because if you craft like I do, I'm very messy.
I think we're all a bit guilty of that one.
I looked at my desk around me the other night when I was prepping for TV, and I thought, I actually don't know where to put my foot down to get out of here. The table was full, everything was
Isolated.
full. Oh. So then I've taken a piece of vellum, and this is where our beautiful butterfly comes in. So we've got our piece of vellum, and this is just an offcut. I haven't bought in anything special, it's just an offcut. And I don't use heat-resistant vellum, I don't use printable vellum. This is just bog standard vellum that anybody can pick up.
Any tips for kind of inking up a large stamp?
Put the ink on and then go back and put a bit more on.
Oh, okay.
Is what I would always say. Now, with stamping onto vellum, I quite often would tell you that the second image that you stamp is the better of the two.
Okay.
Because it can get quite wet and quite slippy. So just be careful when you're going down with your stamps, not to move it when it's onto vellum. I have already used my anti-static bag, those of you that says.
I always forget, and I remember at this point.
I know, but I keep it there, look. But I did it before we came on tonight, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget that, because that helps a bit. So we've stamped the image out. So obviously you can't see it, it's VersaFine, so it's impossible to see it at the moment. But
it looks very good.
It will do in a moment.
Take our
so
word
we have
for
got our white opal embossing powder, which is part of the embossing powder collection, and you can also buy it individually on the show tonight as well. And it's not going to show up hugely yet, but it's got so much sparkle in this. And we're going to just heat that once I've got rid of this. Because knowing me today, that was going to go on the floor as well. So we're just going to heat. Now, normally I tell everybody heat from underneath.
Okay.
But with the vellum, I do tend to heat from above. You don't want to overcook your vellum because it will burst and it would be a big bubble on there. You don't want that to happen. So I heat from above, and just almost you want the heat embossing powder to chase you rather than you hang around on it.
Right.
So heat your heat gun up, and then you're going to go on there with your heat gun and move along. You're not blow drying your hair. So you're not waving it around.
Don't get all wafty.
No, you just want to keep it still. As it heats, move it along. It will turn much, much quicker on a vellum than it would do on a cardstock. So be ready for that. And then you end up with a little bit more on this side that we've missed. And then you end up with that beautiful butterfly that's very, very sparkly.
Very
it's
pretty.
not really showing up on that camera, but hopefully it will. So then we're going to flip that over, and we're going to colour it from behind.
So the actual embossing powder is on the other side.
On the other side, we're just...
It's quite bright, isn't it? It looks like you're almost going over the top of it there.
So our sparkly is on that side.
Okay.
And it's really, really subtle, the colour that you've put on there at the moment.
Brassy, not brassy.
That's
what we
exactly right. Now, I would do that twice. Once has got the sparkly embossing powder on it, and once is just the plain white, which is also part of that collection.
Okay.
And I've cut them both out. Yes, I fussy cutted all of these bits in and out.
You need a badge for that.
But you can go around it, more rounded if you would prefer. Okay. But I like the detail of fussy cutting it. I'm then going to grab myself one of my pens, which are the clean colour pens, and they're just the perfect thickness to just give these wings a little bit of shape. And then I'm going to nip it there, and nip it there on the body, so we end up with a butterfly. I'm going to do that on both sides.
Lovely.
And nip and nip. We're going to stick the...
Now you're working with your sticky glue. Sticky glue is good because it's sticky.
It is. It does exactly what it says on the tin. It sticks things down. I remember driving to my printers at the time thinking, what on earth am I going to call this? I hadn't even thought about that.
Oh, really?
I was going to get my labels made and I hadn't
got a name for it. Mind you, I can see... I'm not one for all the different kind of fancy names. I like a name that just tells you what it does in an instant.
And that's exactly what this one does. So we've now got two butterflies layered, one on top of each other. We're just going to position that in the middle of this card.
That's so pretty.
Pull those wings up so that we can see them. And then the sentiment on here is birthday wishes. And all I've done is stamped it out in the same pink.
Nice.
And I've popped it on a piece of pink vellum, or a piece of vellum that I've coloured to pink. And we're just going to stick that down on here.
That is gorgeous.
And that is such a quick, simple card to make.
Isn't that lovely, keeping the uniformity of one colour, but also for anybody that's yet to invest in multiple colours, it shows that you only need one colour.
Don't need multiple colours.
No, it looks beautiful. Amanda, thank you. Really enjoyed that. We've only got single figures left of that one, so I'm going to leave those details with you. Please keep confirming those orders to make sure you get hold of any of those stamps, to be fair. Had a very busy show earlier on. We're busy this hour as well, but we're going to be looking at dies next, because this is another string to the honeydew, should I say, honeydew crafts bow, if you will. I couldn't think what the thing was then. It's a bow, isn't it? Another string to that thing. Now, number 11. That's the one that we chatted about. Well, it's not actually number 11. It's number 11 in our kind of running order. And you guys have found this one already. This is beautiful. Look at that. Now, how is that going to work when you start using your papers and card? Well, oh my word, have a look at this. And I have to say, Amanda, sometimes I struggle looking at the cards and thinking, is that a stamp or is that a die? Because how you manage to get so much detail on your dies?
I design my dies like I design my stamps.
Ah, okay.
And that's how it's always been.
Fair
People
enough.
do laugh at me. They're like, which one were you doing? But it works.
Absolutely.
I like it anyway. And our customers seem to like it. So
Well, they certainly do. We're at the point now where we've only got 2 of these left. And you actually got 4 dies within this one as well. So the flourishes, the florals, they're all in there. If you want them for $17.99, you better be jolly quick about it, because we've got more people shopping for that than we have stock available. So we're going to have to move on to the next one. To be honest, this is beautiful. I love an oval. Something about an oval that I think is really, really elegant. And also, it's almost like you get a 2 for the price of 1, because you've got a kind of a portrait oval, and then you've got your landscape version as well. And there's something about, I don't know, is something elegant about an oval?
there is. I just think they lend themselves to being more subtle, I think.
Yes.
They're not in your face as a circle.
Yeah, I know we sound bonkers to anybody that's not a crafter, to be fair, don't we? But if you're a crafter, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. Loads of snippability with this one as well.
There is. You could really enlarge that frame as much as you like, because it's so fine. There's a little bit of wiggle room in it too. So
nip
you
in
want
and
to snip in bits and add in bits.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, like that one a lot. Like that one. It almost looks like a different die when you do it the other way around. But there you go. If you like the idea of your gorgeous fancy frame, then there you go, £15.99. But if you are in the mood for a little bit of Christmas, this is gorgeous. You almost just need to add your sentiment, and that's it. You're done with this. For square cards. And again, snippability you can get into there as well. This is a proper confidence builder, I think.
I think this one is, and I'm going to use this one in my next demo.
Oh, are you?
And I'm going to give you a couple of little tricks. And this isn't just for our dies; it's for all dies.
Oh, okay. Now this is a nice one, because it's almost been a case of has it been snipped into?
It has.
Has it been? Okay, clever.
Not the whole piece used.
Love it. Now this is a nice one. I'm going to pop these ones down because I want you to be able to see through that, because you've got the acetate.
We're going to be doing a version of that.
Ooh. Look forward to that one. That's a really pretty die. And a good size die as well. So at $18.99, I think you'll find yourself using that a lot of the time for your Christmas projects, especially if you're a bit of a late starter. Like
this is a
I
quick
am.
one.
So there you go. If you're wanting to get hold of that one, I'm going to leave those details with you. We haven't got huge quantities of those. But saying that, I do love traditional. I do love your holly and your ivy, your mistletoe and all of those traditional little elements. And this is nice because you've actually got 2 dies in here, and you've kind of gone one to the left, one to the right.
Yep, so you can make your wreaths with this one. It works really well. And again, you can snip into this and make it work however you want, or leave it just like that.
That's just all you need, isn't it?
And that's it.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that little bow being added to it, as you can see from your stash. But again, you could build it up to make it large or snip into it. Love the little gems being used on there as well. Very effective. So there you go. Holly sprigs, if you like the idea of your holly sprigs. Oh, actually, I missed one there. How did I miss that one? Oh, that's pretty.
So the hexagons were originally designed with this in mind.
Okay.
For the holly to go round the edge. And we also have got a floral Christmas decorations one.
Nice.
And that works around it, which that bow from the previous one comes from.
Love it.
So, yeah,
beautiful
really
die set. Lots of you have been taking advantage of that one. In fact, shall I show you very quickly the hexagons? I'm going out of order. Oh,
Rebel.
Controversial. This is just to mix it up and see if Lauren's paying attention, who's producing.
Bless her.
I think, because we've been talking about the hexagons, maybe we should bring this one in next.
We should, definitely, yes. So the hexagon, you get 3 of the sizes, and they're really delicate. If you watched earlier, you saw me use the hexagon, and you're going to see me use it again. It's a really, really popular. This one we have not been able to keep in stock. It's been out of stock on our website. It's been out of stock here. It's only just come back here today.
Well, Yeah, you won't be taking many home with you, I'm telling you.
That's a version of what we did earlier today.
Beautiful. So. And it's lovely because I mean, that kind of technique of using a frame doesn't, it's one of those ones you revisit time and time.
100.
Change the frame though, and you completely change the way that it looks.
Completely.
We're back on track now. So we're going back one step to number 15, which is this one. All occasions, love a balloon.
You can't go wrong. And every time we bring this balloons back, Dave laughs, he says, the balloons? Yeah, and they've sold. And they've gone out again. So they're back again.
But you could look at that and think that's a stamp because it's kind of got that sketchiness to it.
And the detail that you see in there has been transferred onto the die.
Yeah, you can see that within the
so
die.
You get all of that detail on there. So you get the little like nooks and crannies, the little marks, and the way the light bounces off the balloon.
And a balloon is such, I mean, if you're new to die cutting, a balloon can be so useful because so many different occasions we use them for, don't we?
Absolutely.
And this one's a lovely one because you can kind of build up the frame, use it just as a little tonight. Think about other things. You could have a little stamp of an animal, looks like it's holding something. Well, then you could put a die cut of the balloons in, couldn't you? Very useful one. Lots of finished samples to share with that one. That's nice as well. Do like that. So there you go. If you fancy getting those balloons to the party, well, the details are on your screen. So do pop that one in. Just 2 dies to share with you, then we'll head over and see Amanda again. So this one, again, those florals. This is a pretty one.
It is. And this one is so useful. You can snip into this so much and make so much out of this die. If you open that card up, you'll understand what I mean by that.
Oh my goodness, wow.
So all of those little bits that are sticking out on there and all the foliage and made a little pop-out card.
That is beautiful. But I love that because that's a really delicate look and then you've kind of got the strength, and I know this is a card none of us like making, to be honest, but you've got the strength of that design there as well.
So versatile, this one.
Beautiful.
And sometimes things like this can get looked over and then be like, well, what would I do with it? There is so much you can do with this.
Look at this for practicing your colouring.
Perfect.
Honing those skills. I love that. Really effective. And it's just a really useful one. It's a good size. And also, where you've got the little florals, can you kind of layer those up so it's the same size?
So you get the florals in there as well.
See, that's clever, isn't it? Because it's almost like a decoupage without having to fussy cut. No wonder this one's a popular one. $17.99. So, yeah, be quick. Haven't got very many of those. And the last one in our die department, if you will, is this one. And oh my goodness.
I adore this one. I've used it so much.
So pretty.
Although I have to say, we've just done all of our workshops and between the 3 of us, we've cut out probably about 500 of these.
Really? Oh my goodness.
And it is a beautiful die.
Wow.
But 500 of them is so delicate. You have to be careful how you cut it and how you remove
the little tendrils.
It is. But it's beautiful and worth every ounce of energy it takes.
It's a nice one for those little tuck-ins, isn't it? Just to kind of extend a design and just pop in behind. And yeah, I mean, there you go. Look at that with the hexagons. Looks gorgeous.
And that big bold bloom that's there, has no foliage with it, but as soon as you stick that die behind it,
it's a good point, actually. Add it to anything. Oh my goodness, this one is flying out. So yeah, if you've got your heart set on this one, then the details are on your screen. Do confirm your order as quickly as you possibly can. And I'll catch up with you the other side of the demo. I might chip in. Let's see how it goes. What's the plan?
I'm not going to die cut this because you will have already all seen it, but this is, I would take my hexagon, the larger hexagon, and this is my card base. It's a 7x7 card base. There's a reason I've done a 7x7.
Okay.
And then you would end up with something that looks like this. And I've just popped some gems all the way around the edge of that, just to kind of add a little bit of colour in there. Now, what I want to show you mainly on this demo is our beautiful big snowflake background. So I said I was going to give you a couple of tricks, and this was one of them I'm going to give you. My mum saw as a Facebook hack, so we're not taking claim for it, but it works beautifully, and you can do this with every single die, not just Honeydew Crafts dies, anybody.
Oh, okay.
I've taken my anti-static on there, which is actually a tumble dry sheet, and then a piece you're going to put your paper on. Now, I'm really testing myself here, and this is the faith I have in this die.
Okay.
I am using a piece of glitter cardstock.
Oh, okay.
And they are renowned to be more difficult to cut.
Yes.
And then I'm going to put a piece of bubble wrap on there.
Okay.
Now, the bubble wrap is our little secret weapon.
I'm just going to warn you, the snowflake background that we're going to be featuring in this, I'm just doing the talky bits, that Amanda is using in her demonstration. We've only got about 4 opportunities left, so be as quick as you can.
So we're going to run that through. I'm not tall enough to be in here, really.
Yeah, these counters aren't the best, are they, for height-wise?
and you get the satisfaction of it popping.
I love that sound, especially with the bubble wrap, even more so.
Oh, I know. And just because I'm not tall enough, I'm bringing it back to myself, but not for any other reason.
Okay.
I'm just not tall enough to grab it from out the back. And then we're going to remove our bubble wrap. And we're going to remove our die.
Ooh.
Now, obviously, I'm not going to stay here and do this the whole way through.
That looks like it's fitting.
But look at the detail that has automatically pulled out for you without having to do any of that weeding, etc., etc., which can be really hard work. That's how easy it is.
Oh gosh, we've got more people shopping for this than we have available.
And that piece of bubble wrap will become your best friend.
Yeah.
Don't ever throw bubble wrap away again. All those envelopes that now come with the bubble wrap in the back bag, keep them.
Yeah.
So as I say, I'm not going to weed it all the way through that.
Okay,
because you get the idea. Pop that up out of the way. Get rid of all of these bits.
Quick tidy up.
Yeah, because we need that space. I did have a bin. There we go. Right. So as I said, we're going to put this in this card. Now, I fought with myself because I've got it on a piece of acetate here. And I want to put the other piece of acetate on top because it can be a bit catchy.
Right, yes.
And I don't want that to happen, but it may take down some of your sparkle. So mirror card might be better, but I wanted to do it in glitter to prove just how well that works.
You love a challenge, don't you?
I do. So I am going to use that, but you don't have to if you want to keep that extra bit of sparkle. It also, just by putting it on the acetate, it makes it a lot more sturdy because it's a big die to take all that detail.
You've cut a large aperture and you've got a big hole in the front of your card. So, yeah.
So you need to make it sturdy.
You do. Now, you will have noticed we've taken the details of the die away. The reason being it has now sold out. So we're replacing them with the adhesive. So if you do want to get hold of your sticky glue, then the details are on your screen. And this is what Amanda's been using throughout her demonstrations. Dries clear, it's sticky, it does what it says on the label, and lots of you have been taking advantage of it. Nice detailed nozzle with it as well.
It is. It really does take all the pressure out of everything. It really is a really clever little skinny nozzle to do all your details. So we're going to pop that down. And the reason I've done a 7x7, those of you that know me, I'm an 8x8 card girl.
Oh, okay, right.
But the die is a 7x7, and I wanted it to fit so that it wouldn't be so obvious that you'd stuck that down there.
Okay.
Now I'm going to give it a little bit of faith because the glue's sticking acetate and glitter
Well,
cardstock.
you'll give it a chance,
We're
haven't you?
asking a lot.
Don't be too speedy quick.
And then if you missed our little hack earlier, this again was another one from Mum.
Oh, I missed this one. So what's Mum's name? We keep referencing it. Kay. Thanks, Kay.
Yeah, she wastes a little bit of time on Facebook, on YouTube,
No,
or whatever, and gets all
like
of
this,
these.
it's never wasted.
So,
I remember this. The pastry brush.
Remember the pastry brush, and that on the back of all of your dies, all your detailed dies. We're going to stick this one down.
Oh, now, Amanda, I don't know whether you're able to help us with this one. Varsha's asking about what the GSM of the cardstock was, the glitter cardstock that you
I believe it's 250.
I was going to say, it looks quite weighty.
Yeah, it is a weighty one.
Okay.
So I believe it's 250, but I can't 100%
jolly
guarantee
good.
that. And then I'm just going to snip off some
Oh
of
my goodness, everybody's loving this card. The nested hexagons that helps create the aperture as well. That's the universal sign for an aperture. They've sold out as well, so well done to everybody. You have to be quick with these shows.
You do, it's mad, isn't it? So we're just going to do the same again on the opposite corner.
This is really clever.
You just have to remember which bits you've glittered or glued, because I
Yeah,
haven't glued it
trimming
all.
bits away, yeah.
And then we'll just take those extra pieces off there.
Keep those as well, because they're useful to kind of pop in.
Certainly.
As long as there's no glue on them, because if there's glue on them, then they'll be stuck to wherever you put them.
But yeah, it just, so this was just literally, I cut one out, and then I just snipped into the main die.
That's so pretty.
And there you have it.
Isn't that gorgeous?
You don't need to do anything else.
No, you don't. You don't at all. It's beautiful. Thank you, Amanda. It's stencil time, we're moving on to a different crafty department now with Honeydew Crafts, and we're looking at the stencils. Stencils are one of my favourite ways of crafting, but I have to say, I think sometimes the most, well, not the most, but they get very underrated as well. So this is a brilliant one. So if you're liking the idea of this one, needs to be as quick as you possibly can. This is one of those ones that when you actually change the colours, it can look totally different. I don't know why, it always reminds me of kind of, I don't know, like a pony print. Is it Palomino ponies or something like that? Was that type of pizza? I can't
No, that is a pony.
It's the black and white ones,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. Oh, see, I'm glad Amanda knows. I'll just sound bonkers otherwise, but there you go. But there you go. Look at all that colour there. Beautiful. This is genius. Using it as embossing folder. Splish splash, look at that in the back. That is so clever. And again, utilising it with your gorgeous colours, pulling out the colour from your main element, always works, doesn't it? 7 by 7 in size, so very, very useful, very sturdy, and lots of you shopping for this particular one. So yeah, we didn't have very many chances left after the first show earlier on, so well done to everybody that's taken advantage of that one. One of the ones that's my favourite is this one. Such a useful one for your geometrics, for anything that's kind of got any stitch detail. If you're using dies that have kind of got like a stitch detail on them, this is going to be one that will tie everything together. And I just love it. It's nice, neat and tidy. It's all lined up.
It is. That took me hours, let me assure you. The air was blue while I was making that one up.
I was just having a quick look at a finished sample to share with you. That's a lovely idea, isn't it, that one? Very pretty. Very pretty. Again, do like a bit of an ombre. Now, this is clever because it almost looks like it's been used several times, but in different areas.
It has, yeah. That's exactly what's happened.
So kind of just focusing on certain rows and certain squares. Or it might be that you just go in and just do the whole lot. Beautiful. And it's just it's quite a subtle backdrop, really, isn't it?
It is. That one is really subtle.
I do like that. Do like that one a lot. So again, if you like the idea of that one, £7.50, very affordable. Lots of you have been taking advantage of that one, which makes me very happy because that's a very useful one to have in your stash for certain. Next one. This is gorgeous. Look at
I
this.
adore this one. It is so
It looks
so
like you've
pretty.
kind of been minimised down and you've fallen into a flower.
It does.
Beautiful.
And we were saying earlier, Dave said that you could just do that and frame it. And I thought it would be really, really effective that you could do 4 frames and you could do them in different colours. So you could do autumn, spring, summer, winter.
Yes.
And I think, because it could lend itself to anything, couldn't it? And I think...
Well, for home decor-wise, I mean, that'd be fabulous with fabrics if you were doing a cushion or something.
Yeah.
Using fabric paint. But equally so, if you've got, say, predominantly greys in your lounge, you could do different kind of, not 50 shades of, but 4 shades of grey, couldn't you, with the 4 different flowers? But there you go. Isn't that pretty? Love that. Got a few of these available if you do want to get hold of them. When I say few, just a couple of handfuls, so not that many of them. Next one that we've got for you, this one, it reminds me of raindrops a little bit. I don't know why. But
Dave said that actually. It's very true. It could be like a raindrop falling into a puddle or something.
Again, it depends on, and I think it's probably the first example that we've got, which is in green actually, so there's nothing to do with raindrops at all. But it just, I don't know, it looks like they're hitting and they're kind of splashing and I think you're right, Lauren. Yes, you could turn it into an animal pattern as well if you wanted to, using your kind of your taupes and your brown tones, maybe.
I think I'm just going to send an image in and everybody can name it because you've all coming up with all these great ideas and they would make great names.
Oh, bless you. You need a little notepad. Keep that notepad by the side of you. That's a nice one as well. And I love this because it's very different to the kind of the crispness that you've got of the
Definitely,
stamp.
yeah. So you can mix
It
and match them all
works,
together. Yeah.
Beautifully. So there you go. If you like the idea of that one, that's your quirky floral. You did say quirky, didn't you, when you were talking about your stencils? This one. Anybody else is getting those kind of bubbly chocolate vibes? It's that time of day,
I could just eat that.
That time of day. But what about using it alongside? We were looking at circles earlier on. I love this idea. It's like a little bubbly bath. Again, circles, not an easy one to kind of create other than using things like the stencils. That's effective.
Already done for you.
And again, just an ombre.
Yeah, that's all it is. Great men's card.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a good point. And this is a nice one as well because it's a Christmas card, but it does work really well as a Christmas card.
It works brilliantly with this one. And this is probably one of our biggest selling if we put this out on display, everybody's always asking us at shows, how do I make that card? What do I need to make that card? So
And also, I think this would be one that would be a fabulous one for you to use as an embossing folder as well.
it would.
See that? Again, it's just subtle in the background. You don't notice it at first. Next one, this is a nice one. Let me show you this one. Look at this. Sorry, when I say next one, I meant next card. Sorry. The detail. I've only got one card, so very quickly. But that is, I like this because you've almost, is it like just a black ink and then spotlighted?
Yeah, definitely. All I've done there is I've put the stencil on, inked it through, and then I've taken the Versamark ink, or if you've got the Versamark pen, you just position it over where you want the sparkle, the clear to go, and then clear embossing powder over
That's
the top
clever.
of
But that could be almost like a glitter or anything like that, couldn't it, that technique?
The sparkling crystal that we have in this collection of 4 embossing powders, it's a clear powder with a glitter in it. So whatever colour you put underneath it, it will just make that colour glitter.
Like that. Oh, I've got a sneeze brewing. I think we're okay. It's going to come at the most inopportune moment. I have mastered the silent sneeze.
Oh, lucky you.
Something that you have to do when you're a presenter. But I think it's gone now. I think we're all right. This is pretty.
This, again, is one of those stencils that every time we bring it, every time it sells out, and I bring it back thinking we've bought plenty of stock this time and it'll sell out again.
Well, we're heading that way again with this one. Again, it's another one where you need a backdrop, or you feel as if you need something in the background, but you don't want it to take over from the focal element. So, yeah. And again, it can be as kind of dominant or as delicate as you need it to be.
There's quite a lot of this one.
There is actually. This has been a popular one, isn't it? Might not get to show all of these because I've just heard we've only got about 15 minutes or so left. But I will show you the next one because that's where it's been used as an embossing folder, which I know you potentially can't see, but that's very clever
Really
technique.
effective.
Yeah, like that one.
I really like that technique with them.
So there you go. If you're wanting to get hold of that one, you better be as quick as you can. Let me get. Oh gosh, there is a lot with the dots on, isn't there? Put those there. We're going to kind of like waves now.
So yeah, this is our cable knit stencil, and we're going to use this in the next demo.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's just one of those really popular ones, and depending on how you ink it, you can make it 3D'd, or and as you're showing, you can use it upright
like
or down.
waves.
Yeah, you can use it as anything.
And again, just using it with that ombre, very, very effective.
Again, that's a really great men's card.
Yes, yeah. And this one here, just using just a little subtle band. Or just go the whole hog.
Yeah, fill the whole thing.
Nice one to be using. That's a nice one as well, isn't it?
It's nice to I always go with the bigger because you can always reduce it rather than having to try and match it all up. It's never much fun.
Brilliant idea. Popular one, £7.50. Such affordability with your stencils, Amanda, I have to say.
I do try. I'm a crafter at heart rather than my other half would probably disagree, rather than the businesswoman. He does the business side, I do the crafting side.
Well, you keep doing what you're doing because you're doing a cracking job. Can't speak for him at all, but there you go. Here you go. This is a pretty one. Nice open spaces with this one as well.
Yeah, this was our quilted one. It is really, really popular.
This is similar to the one that you used.
This is the one we used.
Is it the actual one that you used in the demo?
Yeah.
Very effective, isn't it? This is clever as well. Look at that.
Again, just really subtle in the background. And it's really pretty.
Loads of finished samples for this one, so I could literally go on and on and on and on and on. But I'm not going to because we're going to run out of time otherwise. So there you go. If you like the idea of that one, we saw it in the demo earlier on. Lots of you took advantage of it then. Maybe you didn't get the details down, I don't know. But there you go, sharing them with you again. This is lovely. This is just like a little bit of fairy dust.
It is, and you could just do that with like a sparkly embossing powder and just pop a Merry Christmas on there and you're done. So for those of us that are late with our Christmas cards, that would work perfectly.
There you go. Isn't that pretty?
Really
absolutely
simple.
Gorgeous. Now, there are loads and loads of others that are available on the website. If we get a chance to revisit or have a little look at more of them, I will do. But I'm mindful of the time, and I know that Amanda's prepped some demos, so we can have a quick little look at the demo as well. But everything else is on the website if you want to jump ahead.
Right, so we are using our cable knit stencil, as I said. The colour we've got here is carved pumpkin. So we've positioned that down. We've just got a section that we're going to use, not the whole thing.
Okie dokie.
And hopefully we'll get this all in. We have prepped quite a lot of this ahead, and I do know where it is, so if you were watching earlier.
That's a lovely warm cut, perfect for autumn, that one, isn't it?
It is, it's a really nice one.
Proper pumpkin vibes.
And I love these magnetic boards, they're brilliant for when you're doing stenciling and you can move things around.
Is this one of your boards?
No, I wish it was.
Ah.
I wish it was, but if you've got one, you
Yeah,
know.
I've got one, I don't know if it's the same brand. It's different colour, but over the years we've seen several, haven't we?
Yeah,
So.
they are really
Oh, that's nice.
So really simple, just a little, like almost like a belly band that we've done there. And we just mat and layer that up, and you will end up with something along those lines. So just a black matting and layering on there. We're then going to go in with our floral garland.
Okay, lovely. And we saw this stamp earlier on. Of course, it is on the website if you do want to go looking for it. And what did you say it was called? The floral
garland, yeah. And we are going to cut this out. So I'm just literally stamping it on offcuts of cardstock. Because I use A4 card all the time, and most of my cards are 8x8s, I have lots of this sort of size offcut.
Of course, yes. We've only got half a dozen opportunities of these. So next six people. Take advantage. If you're the seventh person, sorry, you're too late. I'm making up words now as well.
They were.
You'll probably be saying that out loud if you missed it.
Right. So crystal clear embossing powder over the top. I do that all the time. And then we're going to heat from underneath with this one.
Now your crystal clear, is that the one that was doubled up?
It's part of one of the sets.
Yeah.
So you can buy it individually as well. So this one is just, I use crystal clear embossing powder on pretty much every project I do, because I do tend to use a lot of black inks to stamp out with.
And it just kind of encapsulates it to protect it.
It does. Yeah. And I do a lot of colouring, so it helps me keep in the lines.
I should have asked what type of card you're working on, because I know we've got some
This
super
is
smooth on the show.
This
is that what
I've
you're
stamped
working on?
onto, yeah. So this is available on the show. It's 250 GSM that I'm using
nice
today.
Weight, that, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a really handy weight. Because
Good
it's
price.
easy to fussy cut.
It's good price as well, 25 sheets for $7.50. So yeah.
And it really is a really nice,
Nothing very sexy
smooth,
about a pack of white
Not
cards,
really,
but it's what
but
it does.
it works.
So there you go.
We'd be stuck without it, let's put it that way.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more.
So we're going to use the technique I used earlier. So I'm just going to use I've put some red down, and I'm actually using a yellow pen to pick the colour up.
Okay.
And we're just going in and spreading that colour around. I do tend to go petal to petal, each individually, but obviously we're just cramming this.
And as it kind of starts changing from the orange to the
Back to
yellow,
yellow,
it's got that natural
You get the shape
blend.
come in. So once you've done all of that, I'm not going to continue all the way through because you don't want to watch me colour in all of that. We want to put the card together. Remember, always go in and blot, and to clean that red off my yellow, I've just scribbled onto some
Yes, you don't want any nasty surprises when you're looking for a nice bright yellow.
No,
That's
you
kind of
don't really want an
guaranteed.
orange.
Just to give you a bit of time check, we've got about 8 minutes or so left.
Oh, okay, we've got plenty of time then. We can get this one in easily. So you are going to go in and you're going to fussy cut all of this. When I fussy cut, do tend to go quite close, but if you're not hugely confident, give yourself a little white line around the edge.
Okay.
And by giving yourself that white line, nobody's actually looking at how well you've cut it.
That's true.
They're looking at how the image has been, how pretty the image is.
And also as well, because you've kind of got a wispiness to the design, it kind of, and there's the kind of gaps in the middle, it just works.
It does.
Yeah, you don't
And the other thing is, don't be scared to cut these pieces off. You don't need to cut and keep the whole thing there.
That's true.
You're not going to keep using it. So, and keep your scissors still and move your cardstock.
And they're a
Move
decent
your
little
image.
pair of scissors, those. They're
They
good
are.
ones
They're a
to
really
use.
nice pair of scissors. Unfortunately, they don't make these ones anymore, so I will be lost when these
Always
go.
the way, isn't it?
Yes, unfortunately. So you're going to go in and you're going to cut it all out. Then I'm going to ask you to cut it out again because I've matted and layered it onto some black, but not as much detail on cutting it out in the black as I did in
look
the white.
at that.
So that's going to make it really pop.
Oh, I love that.
So we're now going to put this all together. So we've got Sorry You're Feeling Under the Weather.
Okay. I'll be feeling a lot better with this card arriving, I have to say. It looks lovely.
I hope so. And then you're going to just stick this down. Roughly in the middle is always nice. And straight usually works too. There we go. And the nice thing about the glue is it gives you a little bit of wiggle room to get that positioned as well.
It's good to have a good grab, but you want a little wiggle in the meantime,
middle,
don't you? Yeah.
do. You need that little wiggle. I'm not going to glue it all the way down to the ends because I want to give this a little, on the tops I will, on the bottom I'm not going to. we're going to spin that round, and I want that to lay on the top
Gorgeous.
of here. Again, try and get that kind of in the middle somewhere.
Looking good.
And then we're going to pop our sentiment on there. Sorry, you're feeling under the weather. Pop that down as well, somewhere in the middle, preferably without my roots showing.
I wasn't even looking.
There we go. Clean, simple, easy card to
That is
make.
beautiful.
And actually, it's quite nice to fussy cut sometimes. You don't have to have a die for everything.
That's it. And that technique that you've used, you could transfer that over to any stencil, any of the stamps or the dies if you've got the dies. So,
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Really
Love it.
pretty.
Now, I've got 5 more stencils to share with you, so hopefully I'll be able to get those in before we say goodbye to you. But I do love this one.
This one we brought to you last show, and it flew out so fast.
I'm not surprised. I mean, look at that. That's a proper power, isn't it, when you look at that?
It really is.
Do like that one. Got some lovely finished samples with this one. I can imagine using something like a sparkly medium with that one as well. You know, like a glitter paste or something like that.
Something that really sparkles.
But using it with the inks, I think is very effective. This is nice as well, just bringing it in from the edge. Quite a subtle tone, but yeah.
It's really pretty, really, really, really pretty.
Gorgeous,
And it is one of those quirky little stencils that I bring out every so often.
Well, you keep doing that. We like your quirky stencils. See, there you go. That's, again, another one. That's a nice one that you can see that kind of the metallic ink has been used with that one, which is a very, very effective look. So I like that one a lot. So if you want your sound waves, well, there you go. That's what you are going to be receiving. This is a very popular one now. You need to be quick with this one. Oh, my goodness, Sandra's just come straight in and she's confirmed her order. She knows what Sandra doesn't mess
She's
about.
not hanging around.
She
knows that that's been out of stock on my website, your website, the world's website.
Oh, right. That will explain. I mean, they're always popular, but that will explain why so many people have got involved so quickly. It's like they all came on the same bus together. So there you go. £7.50. Be as quick as you can. I will try and keep you updated while I've got the chance, but we haven't got a huge amount of time left. Now, this is another one that is a very useful one, which you could literally rotate and get different looks with it each and every time.
It's a really, really effective one again. You can use it as straight lines. I don't know, for some reason in my head, and I don't watch Harry Potter, but it's got into my head that it's like the bookcases and stuff that you would see with the stairs and things move around in Harry Potter, don't they?
Got a quirk.
I thought, it's got a little bit of quirk to it.
Like that a lot. And I do love the idea with that kind of rainbow ombre. So there you go. If you're wanting to get hold of your wavy abstracts, then you can do. This is a nice one to look at as well, because this one you've kind of got, it plays tricks with your eyes a little bit, but when you use it, I can see it's very different to what you imagine it to be, because you've always got the positive and negative, haven't you, with the stencil? So
it's a nice one, that one. Very different.
Yeah, and again, it's a nice one when you just want a little subtle bit of colour in the backdrop. There you go. I mean, look at that. It's quite a strong stencil when you look at it like that. Quite a mix, kind of, well, grungy almost. But that is such a delicate look, isn't it? Really pretty. It looks nice alongside the balloons as well. You know, we were looking at the balloons earlier on. So, yeah, nice happy colours being used in that one. So £7.50 again. Next one, we've got your florals, your little floral hearts. And this is clever because when you actually look at the petals, they're little hearts.
They are, so that would work for your Valentine's cards. But I actually thought about this one. You could do it, run it through an embossing machine so that you get it as an embossing folder type thing, and then put some of that white opal embossing powder on the top, and it's snowflakes.
Oh, yes.
So again, if you didn't manage to get that background, but you want a big background one, that would work perfectly for that.
Absolutely, it would do, wouldn't it? Yeah. All those tips. I love those tips. So there you go. Do you like the idea of that one? There you go. Now, the last one I've got to share with you, I've got more in my trolley, but I think they must have sold out. This one is a useful one. I mean, everybody needs a brick wall stencil.
I don't know where we would be without our brick wall stencils. We all use them all the time. And again, you can use it really subtly, or you could do the whole thing.
Well, again, it's one of those ones that you look at and it's got quite a strong look to it, but not there. I mean, that's
just whatever colours you put with it, you've completely changed the look of it. Really pretty design.
I think I've only got one finished. Oh, no, I haven't. I've got a couple to share with you. Let's bring those in. Again,
so I do tend to use it quite subtly.
Yes.
I don't often go in bright red, but you could do quite easily.
Nice one as an embossing folder as well. So again, very subtle, just there in the backdrop, you can see. Very pretty. Very pretty indeed. £6.50. I've just found a lovely finished sample, which I'm going to bring in for you. Where's it gone? That one. And it was the floral hearts that we saw a moment ago. I'm going to backtrack because, I mean, it's only just gone, but that's effective, isn't it?
It is. That's what I mean. You could run it through a die cut machine and you get that embossed.
Yes.
But if you then take it out and you leave your stencil on the top, put VersaFine,
Versamark
ink.
Mask the flat areas.
Yeah. So you put your Versamark ink over the top, remove your stencil, and then go over the top of it with that white opal embossing powder.
Brilliant.
So the sparkly embossing powder, and
it would look like a snowflake.
Snowflakes.
Yeah? A snowflake with a little bit of love sprinkled in. Talking about sprinkling, embossing powders. Now, are these coming in trios or duos?
No, you get 4.
Okay.
In one collection, which is all the ones that look white. So
all of those ones.
A white and a white opal, and a
Okay.
crystal clear and a sparkling crystal.
In fact,
So
I'll leave them that side. That
You've
way.
got don't mix your lids up, whatever you do.
Okay.
But the crystal clear has got sort of a slightly creamier look to it.
Okay, that might be one of those two then.
And then you've got the same powder but with a glitter in. So whatever ink colour you put it over the top of, it'll just make the ink colour slightly
that says
stronger, but
crystal
it'll be
clear.
sparkly.
Yeah.
And then you've got the white, which is the white powder, and the white opal, which is the one you saw me use on the butterfly, which has got the sparkle in it.
All 4 of them for £19.99. That's jolly good value, isn't it?
And then these two you can buy individually.
Okay.
So we've got
which one should we go
sparkling
first?
silver and
That's antique. So let's go for
Sparkling
silver.
and then the other one is antique platinum. But the sparkling silver is exactly what it says. It's silver with a silver in it. The antique platinum, if you stamp it and put it with something that's more golds or browns, it will look more goldy. If you put it with something that's more silvers and whites, it will look more silver.
It kind of morphs to
and
whatever
oranges,
scenario.
you'll get sort of a slightly more coppery look to it.
Ooh,
It's
okay.
a beautiful, beautiful powder.
I'm probably going to
really
regret
is.
taking the lid off, aren't I?
No, you
But-
should be
Oh, wow. Look at
The
that.
sparkle in there is amazing.
That is beautiful. £4.99. That's all that you're paying for these. So, yeah.
You can't
In
go
your
wrong.
basket, please confirm your orders. Don't forget, we did see Amanda earlier on. What time was your show earlier on?
We were on
Melissa?
at 1 o'clock earlier.
1 o'clock. So you can go back and watch that show. I think pretty much everything that we've covered in this hour did feature in that hour, but also different demos and things. And don't forget, if you go to today's show, you'll be able to see everything detailed there. So I know we went through things quite speedy quick. So if I was a bit too quick and you didn't manage to jot down those details, well, go back and revisit on the website. Demo-wise, you can go back and watch the shows up to 7 days on the website. But on YouTube, you can go back years and years and years. And where do we catch up with you on social media?
We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on Instagram. You can catch us anywhere. You can catch us at lots of shows. We are in Haydock for a workshop this weekend, and then back up to Lee in the week after, and then we're in Kent for a show, and then we are at the Motorcycle Museum in Coventry for a show. So you'll catch us all over the country. We do workshops twice a year in 5 different venues up and down the country. So we're all over the place.
Always worth checking out those. Well, I probably won't see you. I don't know, you back before Christmas?
We are
or?
too. Oh, yeah, one more before Christmas.
Oh, I might catch up with
Might
you.
do.
then.
If not, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Exactly. Seems too early to be
I know.
saying it, doesn't it? But there we go. You guys, I will see you very, very soon. In fact, probably in about 2 minutes' time.